did you always dream about being a mother?
Well, yeah. I mean, that was the dream. The dream for me when I was growing up, all I wanted to do was have 6 kids. So much so that I would think about it day and night. I had things planned out in my head. That was my goal in life, to get married and be able to raise a family, have 6 kids, and live happily ever after. And in those days, when I was growing up, I sound like a dinosaur, but there were no cell phones. There were no, I barely had color TV. So there was no real form of communication or things to compare yourself to or things that inspired me. So I don't know where and when I got inspired, but I was watching Leave It to Beaver and I Love Lucy and all those shows and the Flintstones and everything in between, the Jetsons. And, you just saw the future and your life as more traditional in those days. I was born in the 50s. I was a 50s baby, and I think I kind of grew up like a 50s child, even though I graduated from high school in the 70s, but all I ever wanted to do was have kids. So the year after I graduated from high school, I met Daddy, and I just thought was the dream, was to have babies and, sail off into the sunset. Do you know what's interesting? When I was getting divorced from your dad, I thought, wow, how did that go so sideways? I was supposed to have 6 kids. I always thought that was my destiny. That was what was going to happen. And I used to pray about it and I claimed it and it was going to happen. So I really thought I messed up when there weren't 6 of you guys at the time. I think about that often. I thought how interesting that was one of the main takeaways from that whole experience.